Woo! Wait, I wish to say to you congratulations on prevailing against us, because some of the ones I know, they're very strong. They're very, very strong. Why, young one, that is very generous of you, but you need not show such gestures to our humble group. You are one of the Nightwings, the most envied of all triumvirates. We aspire to your greatness and your legacy. Father, please, no more of this. We prevailed. We need not grovel at their feet. Almer. Is it Almer? I just had a question. Ask quickly and then go about your business. Oh, would you be my friend? She's so sweet. What? I was wondering if you would be my friend, because I don't have a lot of friends, and you are brave and gentle with your father, so... Oh, ho, 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 ho. Aw, he's such a good dad. I love these two. I shall see you in a little while, my son. Get your game on. The scribes, were they not friends? I think I choose to think they brought us here to be closer together, not to be apart.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways. She now stands closer to the scribes.
The little moon-touched
the
girl.
little moon-touched girl.
I feel so overwhelmed. Yeah, what is it like to have a good dad? I wonder what that feels like. What it means to have a dad who doesn't treat you like garbage. Think back on it, and, whenever I tried to confide in my father, it never went well, which is why I stopped confiding in him, and I just began to hide and lie. Because if I'm going to tell him the truth and he's going to make me feel bad, why tell him anything? It doesn't make any sense. I feel like the way to insult me the most is to say you're just like your father. That would honestly cripple me, like emotionally and mentally. I would be bedridden if someone said that to me with sincerity. I don't know, like, it would take me a while to be able to come back from that kind of just like gut punch. I feel so overwhelmed, I think, because of the scribes. I think they speak to me and lift me up whenever I begin to think that I'm going to fall. Alright, Kay, so what are our options here? When saluting our adversaries, Kay automatically leaps towards the orb if no one has it. While grasping the orb, Kay sprints and jumps without using stamina. That sounds awesome. Fear not, for I shall find our liege and return him safely, and the orb as well. From Kaelmer the Rogue. Woo! Very nice. Alright. Everything's looking good. During the right, each tournament shall act as one unerring land without question. Fatherhood's tough, guys. But it is very rewarding. And it's one of the best parts of my life, certainly. It's also exhausting. And occasionally maddening. But I think the good far outweigh the bad in most situations. Back at the Black Wagon, you are taking some time to recover after falling to the fate in this evening's clash when Volford approaches. Another fortunate result, my girl. I am confident we can do better. We have the means. There is always the Beyonder Crystal there, if you need it, for example. Yet sometimes I wonder, frankly, if you're striving to prevail at all. Oh my gosh. He freaking knows. The game knows. If I'm not mistaken, the Nightwings haven't managed to prevail even once. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Holy shit. I don't know what to say. Being an uncle lets me have all the fun and then return them. Exactly. You get some fun interactions. They love hanging out with you. They always get so happy. I want to tell you all the crazy nonsense that they've been up to. And then you just get to leave whenever you want. And you get all the positives, or at least a vast majority of the positives, but not a lot of the negatives. It's great. Your adversaries are no trifling matter, but even still, you've many advantages against them. So then, why do you suppose we failed all these many times? I'm getting, like, my blood is chilled that Volfred's calling me out. I'm actually scared. Oh my gosh. Bulford is asking why you've not prevailed in the rites. Holy shit, this is awesome. Say you're doing your best. This competition has proven to be a real struggle, but the only failure is to turn back. Say you wish to see what happens. This is it. You are not keen on playing into the scribe's designs. May the rites be damned. Say nothing. You have your reasons. They are not for sharing. You need not respond. I want to see what happens. I'm going to be honest with him. This is awesome. You are telling him you are doing what you think is best, regardless of his expected outcomes. You have no love for the rites, but remain determined to see this quest to its conclusion. I see. I appreciate your honesty. Let me in turn be very candid with you, my girl. Sometimes I think I ought to ask you to leave. I grow concerned that you put our plan in jeopardy. But I'll do no such thing. You're close with the others. We cannot afford this type of dissension in our ranks. And I'm very open to the possibility that you know full well what you are doing. All this is a test of faith, is it not? And I shall do my best to keep my faith in you. Anyway, the rites may be ending, but we still have time to achieve our plan. If we can get the better of our adversaries, unless you have some grand design of your own. I do. Come then, let's see whom we shall square against when next the stars align. Oh my gosh. This is like when the games break the fourth wall and they read your files in the game and it's like, oh hey Kendall, how's it going? And it's like, geez man, you can't do that to me. That's fucking terrifying. It's like, Psycho Mantis and your, Metal Gear Solid, or like the psychological horror like Doki Doki and stuff like that, where they just stare right at you and they're like, hey, why do you suck? There's got to be a reason you're such shit at this game. It can't be that you're actually bad at the game. It must be that you're fucking with us. I have no idea. I literally don't know. It just seemed like a fun thing to do. When I first played the game, I went onto the internet to see if anyone was talking about it, and very few people were. But I had to share the game, and I came across a Reddit where someone was just like, "Oh yeah, see what happens when you lose. Interesting things happen when you lose." And I was like, "Okay, what kind of ride is this going to take me on?" I don't know if it's a secret ending. I literally have no idea, and it's exhilarating. And the fact that the game is calling me out is kind of freaking me out, in a good way. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Let's seek our destination. This is so cool. I love this game so much. Playing it again now, in this new context, it might be one of my favorite games ever. I just love it so much. And I didn't expect that going in. When I started this game streaming, I was like, I love this game. This game's really fun. It's super cool. I want to play it again. Now that I'm playing it again, I'm falling in love with it. All right, let's see. So the fate are likely to be the people that we liberate, which is awesome. I really, really want that. So let's see who we can go against here. The Withdrawn. That dick. Or the Dissidents. I don't think I've gone against Udmilde. And I want to see what happens. Mohawk Dog. I love Barker Ashpaws. He's so cool. I want to set him free, but he seems to just like fucking around down here in the downside. I don't know if he actually wants it. The Withdrawn and Witch Udmilde have designs upon the rites that have nothing to do with being free again. Oh, I guess these guys don't either. What they seek, no one in good conscience could abide. Uh-oh. He then reveals what he has learned of her and her designs. Oh, this theme's really good. Witch Udmilde, one of the bog dwellers, and head of the Withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of Ishlak, the Astral-born, than in the rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Oh, look at her. She's got a little sad snake. Somehow one day, her research into flammable reagents grew into an obsession with Yislak, despite widely held belief that he is dead or never did exist. But Idmilde held that Yislak is merely dormant, like great Cthulhu, sleeping in the depths of Relay, to one day wake up from his deathless dream to devour us all. And I can't wait. I, for one, await the day that our cephalopod celestial overlords take over and feast on me, mind and soul. And he shall someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Fuck. Yeah. This is some Lovecraft stuff. Just hopefully without the racism. Then at last Yislak could return to his glorious home and Idmilde would go with him. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take Idmilde in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, sentenced to the downside meant being that much closer to Yislak's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the withdrawn stood ready to assist. She speaks in seeming riddles, yet the thread of her intentions, I think, cannot be dismissed. Let us be on our guard, and therefore let us rest now while we can. You bid Volfred a restful night and kind. It is too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward come daylight. Interesting indeed. I wonder what Bertrude has to think about all this. Hey, Kay. Aw, are you happy about meeting a cute boy? Kay seems very happy about something and has been chanting softly to herself. On closer inspection, however, she seems to be engaged in conversation with the wagon. And so, after the rite, he said to me, I think he said, farewell. Can you believe it, little brother? He said that, and then he left to go find Mr. Dalbert, who went on ahead. And so I think that maybe we are friends now? Don't you think so too? And we have a lot in common, don't we? Friends are supposed to have a lot of common, right? For instance, we're both fighting for those we care about, for those who helped us when we needed it. Is that not so? He is very lucky to have met Mr. Dalbert, isn't he? She falls silent for a time, then. Cannot be that the 8 scribes intended that all of us just have to fight each other all the time. It just cannot be. So many whom we face, they don't like us very much, do they? Because if we prevail against them, it must mean that they cannot go home, even if they really want to. So that's why they don't like us? Back home, when they told me to stop being me, I didn't like them either. Man, this is so sad. You want to know what I think, little brother? I think the scribes put us together in all this so we can learn from one another and grow closer together as friends. She's just so sweet. Just like the childlike wonderment and innocence of it all. It's like diabetically sweet. That is what I think, little brother, and I told them so, and maybe the next time I see Elmer and Mr. Dalbert again, they will be happier to see me then. She bounds off, noticing you as she goes. Bye, Kay. Hi, miss. I think she would be very sweet with Dalbert. Give him some good scritches. Good scritches. You know, the old dog, they need some love. And I think she would be very nice to her father-in-law. You know, provided, marriage is a thing that happens. You sense some burden has been lifted from her, and her knowledge of the rites, however informal it may be, has crystallized into deeper understanding. Kay gained hope permanently. Hell yes. Oh, I love this game so much. Wish her well. Wishing love or wishing well to kiss and tell. Let me get the mushrooms, thank you. Anything new around here to touch? Or are we good? Alright, let's get out of here. Continue on our journey. Continue on our journey. Alright. To the withdrawn. Again we return to the Isle of Kilmer, hidden in the storm. I have met very few who know of it at all, much less have walked upon its stones and sands. The disconcerting tales of the demise of Kelmer Ropecollar, who met his end there on that isle, the imps that swarm and breed across the place today, seem not to mind. Having paid witness to the rites firsthand, they have become rather obsessed with it. I sometimes wonder if it is more difficult to conduct the rites with such a boisterous audience. May the withdrawn find their way shortly, so that the imps may have the contest they desire. Barb Reef. Yeah, Barb Reef. Barb Reef. Barb Reef. In an old exposed reef, you sense Gertrude may gain a deeper understanding here. We went there last time. Because it's Barbara Reef. We're on good terms, so she lets me call her Barb Reef. Or Sharp Shoal. You sense an unusual presence here bearing word of your adversary at Milday. Ooh. Let's do that. That sounds kind of cool. Contact the apparition. Ooh. Some sort of entity lurks beyond the veneer of reality and beckons you to treat with it. God, this is so cool. As you walk through a dark corner of Sharp Shoal, an icy floe near the Isle of Kilmer, sturdy enough for landing, you sense a presence of some sort which reaches out to you. Whoa. It presents to you a vision of the adversary you expect to face in the incoming right. The apparition is aware of your next adversary in the rights. Udmilde, it offers to sway the coming right against her in your favor. Accepting your adversary shall suffer a misfortune that inhibits her performance. Nothing permanent, it claims. Declining the apparition shall extend its offer to Udmilde instead. Ooh. Any edge against your adversary in the rights may be the difference that secures your freedom. You would not resort to using underhanded tactics against your adversaries. But I know she would, and I want to see what she does. So I'm going to decline, with grace. You thank the apparition for its generous offer, but decline, choosing your words with care. The apparition makes no response you can discern. Then it shimmers, and it is gone. You attempt to set your mind at ease as you return to the Black Wagon to pursue your vocations. That's so cool. Alright, let's mentor Volfred. I feel like that could be an interesting two-way conversation, because he's quite knowledgeable about the rights as well. Certainly, I would appreciate your point of view. You illustrate to Volfred some of the intricacies of the rights, focusing on how all three in an triumvirate can move and act as one of mind. You sense he grasps some of the concepts. I would think so. It's been a while since my last outing in the right. Begging for your continued patience as I recollect the way. Alright, so his options are the legacy of the old 100 Mines rights masteries, enhancing the sap's ability to spawn saplings and protect his triumvirate. Wherever traveled Louis Sclorian, he planted his roots and spread his wisdom to all who would listen. Our grasp of the philosopher, enhancing a sap's triumvirate's ability to persevere. The words of 100 Minds helped his kin make peace with many mysteries and dangers they faced. If Volfred is vanished, a sapling shall automatically spawn near his pyre until he returns. That's pretty cool. After casting Sprout, Volfred may remotely detonate his sapling in an aura burst. That sounds cool. After casting Sprout, Volfred's sapling spawns faster than usual. While Volfred and his allies are banished, adversaries are slowed and cannot use abilities. Ooh. Once per ride, Volfred's adversaries extinguishes pyre is restored by 10%, so he gets like a little second wind. While using his shield ability, Volfred shields his allies as well. Ooh. Volfred permanently gains 5 hope, hastening how quickly he returns from banishment. Once per ride, if Volfred's adversaries extinguishes pyre, it is restored by 40 instead. Oh my gosh, that's so good. But we're going to do the thing with the saplings, because saplings are cute. Just so, I must say, my girl, your understanding of the rights is more than I expected. It is said that the strength and wisdom of the ages always followed in the root steps of Leus Chlorian. Let's frickin' go continue your journey. Let's fucking journey. Let's go. Let's do it. A messenger imp tracks you down in the boundless waters of the Deathless Tempest to bring you news and rumors from the other side. This report's subject is Tamitha, Blood sister to Pamitha, and stoic leader of the Essence. She was liberated at the Fall of Solium, her transgressions all forgiven upon her return. And yet old enmities remained, in spite of Commonwealth tradition, or because of them. Tamitha found herself held up in many rounds of questioning, each less informal than the last. All concerned the movements of her sisters and the Hiving remnants. Refusing to cooperate, Tamitha demanded safe passage to her native lands, yet remains detained. She holds that her own blood sister must have thwarted her once more. Meanwhile, the Essence are refusing to conduct the rite with any other race, and have not found a suitable replacement. You suspect you shall not face them in the rites again. Wow, her own stubbornness. She got her freedom and still can't do shit. As you finish reciting the imp's message, you take note of Pamitha's reaction. I'm worse than dead to her by now, I think. Nonetheless, I'm grateful she's returned, and I'll try to hold out hope she'll be the wiser for it. You thank the messenger imp for delivering its news and let it make good use of some of the Black Wagon's facilities before watching it as it flutters off towards the horizon. Man. See, this is what happens when you don't learn from your failures. She was quite, stubborn and persistent that she was not going to learn anything. And that's what happened. Though she gained her freedom, she didn't gain any wisdom to help her do anything with that freedom. Oh, it's you guys. Because I was just thinking I could use a customer real bad today, or just in general, you know. Ooh, what's this? A flame leech? After dousing adversary's pyre, bears recover fire equal to 50% of the damage dealt. A creature from Black Basin which feeds on flame. Fortunately, it's quite friendly. Aw, it's cute. Well, I want the black hoof, just to have it. You gotta have the set. And I'll go ahead and sell this. Boop. And we'll get a little pinch of stardust. Oops. Pinch of stardust. Should actually use it. There we go. Thanks, Falcon Ron. Hey, you guys really are my favorite customers, you know. Thanks, bud. Alright, I want to go here. I was wrong about Volfrid and the Black Claw. Maybe something else. Let's try this one. Let's see what happens. Can you upgrade these with the Stardust? No, you cannot. Well, let's do that. What happens there? And then let's do that. That sounds cool. Let's do that. And that. And that. Start Duster. Cool. I got an achievement. Level 20 Talisman. If banished while possessing the orb, the bearer has a chance to automatically pass at 100%. Fuck yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, we've got some homework to do. Let's catch up. Downside travels. You cannot survive the downside if you cannot get around. Howlers shall descend on you, or tempests shall shred you, shear you to pieces. That is just the way of it. Traveling through the environs is no simple feat. Consider yourself blessed if you were born a cur. If not, however, you shall have to find a means to cross these lands without the benefit of 4 strong paws. Leosclorian believes this untamed land can be traversed through means unnatural. I thought at first that he meant sorcery, but he suggests invention. He speculates that a carriage could cross this land by harnessing its fury. A wild thought. In my case, my paws shall suffice. Okay. Do you have more stuff here? The celestial landmarks. Let's go ahead and just continue. I don't see anything else to interact with here. Let's go.